Happy 4th of July. We're focused on last month's 52nd Annual Sun Fun Festival. Learn more about it coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Fox 43 studio in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on last month's 52nd Annual Sun Fun Festival, and we're visiting with Holly Tanner, the festival's manager for the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning, Greg.
Happy Independence Day.
Happy 4th of July to you and all the listeners as well.
Absolutely. There's folks all over the viewing area experiencing much of what happened. It's so thrilling to think that today we can check out the Sun Fun video that Chuck Stokes and Stage's video put together. Real quick about yourself, Holly. Are you originally from the area?
I am. I am a Conway native. I guess that's rare around these days. But I grew up and born and raised in Conway and didn't move real far. I moved down to Myrtle Beach today.
Yeah.
So I am a native. Been here all my life. Love it. Not sure I'll ever leave.
You still have family in the area?
I do. My mother and father, sister, uncle, aunts, everyone. We're all here. Mostly in the Hemingway area, but a lot in Conway as well.
And you went to school in Horry County?
I did. I went to Conway High School, and then, upon graduation, transferred over to Coastal.
Oh. When did you come to your position at the Chamber of Commerce?
I came to the Chamber from Coastal Federal Savings Bank back in March of '99. Mm-hmm. I was a local sports marketing coordinator for Coastal Federal, and heard about the amazing opportunity at the Chamber and thought it would be a lot of fun, and the past 5 years have proven to be so.
Yeah, it's very exciting. A big transition there since March of '99. So many things have happened at the Chamber of Commerce, and Coastal Federal has grown dramatically. And a lot of changes have happened at that bank since you've left.
Yeah, both companies are just flourishing, and I'm just proud to be a part of both.
How many festivals do you manage each year, Holly?
We have 7 to 8 projects that we manage. The Sun Fun Festival really is our largest festival that we do. We also do the Canadian American Days Festival, the Maryland Myrtle Holiday Celebration, which is our winter promotion, to try to attract more tourists in what tends to be our slower time of the year. Myrtle Beach really doesn't have a slow time of the year, but the December and November, December areas tend to be our slowest. But Sun Fun's by far our largest. It has the largest economic impact from what we can tell, and so that's our biggest project.
You also have some activity with the South Carolina Hall of Fame, don't you?
We do. That is one of our projects. That happens every February. We oversee the trustees of the South Carolina Hall of Fame, and that's a very educational project. I thoroughly enjoy that every year.
I remember a couple of years ago seeing you and Charlie, or the Coker family was being honored, one of the Coker members, a whole slew of folks, and the event at the convention center is gigantic.
It's quite a production. It really is. A lot of details and a lot of hard work from a lot of volunteers as well as staff of the Chamber go into putting that on. Our trustees are wonderful, and we're just excited, looking forward to February of next year. The committees and the trustees are meeting now to try to decide who they're going to induct as the contemporary and the deceased inductees for next year. So we hope to attend next year as well.
Holly, I sure hope so. You are hopping all the time. You have got things going on. I mean, this preparation for the Sun Fun Festival, next year's 53rd, right. This is a year-round project.
It truly is, Greg. It's myself, 2 other staff members of the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce, and then about 40 Sun Fun Council volunteers that help out, as well as we have over 1,000 volunteers the actual weekend of the festival. And the 4 days of the festival, you can see 800 to 1,200 volunteers out there just giving up their time and their energy, making sure everything's going smoothly, making sure all the children that are there participating remain in a safe environment, making sure nothing happens that shouldn't. So it really is. We are constantly working on future years. In fact, we right now are looking forward to next year, and this past year's just got over. We're looking forward to our critique meeting next week. So it will be neat to have that, to find out the inputs that we've heard from around the community, the tourists, and our council, and try to always improve the festival.
We were so excited, Carolina people, so excited to get over to the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce and to visit with 8 or 9 folks, 10 folks who came in to highlight so many of the different aspects of the festival and so many different parts of the Strand that the festival impacts. Surfside Beach, North Myrtle Beach, the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce truly supports the entire Grand Strand.
Right. Correct. Yeah, we're not just the Myrtle Beach Chamber. We are the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce for a reason, because we promote Surfside, we promote Murrells Inlet, Pawleys areas, we promote Cherry Grove and North Myrtle Beach, even Georgetown and Conway and Aner and Loris. I mean, we are the Myrtle Beach area because all of the areas have to team together to pull in the tourists. The tourists may come to Myrtle Beach. They're not going to just participate in Myrtle Beach business and accommodations and attractions. They're going to make their ways to the other ends of the Strand too. So it just only makes sense, and we're really proud to be the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce and proud to present festivals like the Sun Fun Festival that has events for children and adults in all areas, all 4 days.
Truly. I think y'all have a new welcome center out in Aner,
We do. Beautiful. It's the official Ashby Ward Welcome Center, who is our CEO that is no longer with us. And we miss him very much to have that beautiful building in his honor. And it's just a great welcome. It's like a big bright smile. It's a huge yellow building, and you can't miss it when you come in on the right. It hits right before 22 and all the other artery roads into the Grand Strand. So we want to be that official welcome center for all the visitors visiting the Grand Strand, so we can make sure they get all the information they need and get it with Southern Hospitality touch.
And there are so many. When you speak of Southern Hospitality touch, Sarah Moore was in a couple weeks back, focused on the 12th annual American Heart Association, the Heart Walk, which is in memory of Ashby Ward. Yes. So exciting to hear about the aspects of the visitor centers, both and all the folks that interact with visitors. Also, Brad Dean came in that week, who's y'all CFO, to talk about so many activities of the chamber employees really giving back to the community. It's exciting to see. When you think of events like the Sun Fun Festival, you think about giving back to the community because there's so many free activities that go on that weekend, that extended weekend. But then to think about all of y'all, yourself in particular, Holly, to think about all of what you're doing on a year-round basis, preparing for so many activities that really make the area such a great place to live.
Thank you. I appreciate that compliment to all of the staff at the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce. And I'm glad you pointed out that, even though the Sun Fun Festival is one of the many projects that we work on that is geared towards our mission is to bring new and repeat tourist business into the area. Mm-hmm. And while we don't target specifically the locals, we are doing these events that the locals can participate in, as well as that our local businesses can benefit from. We're filling up room nights at the hotels, we're filling up the restaurants, we're filling up the theaters, we're putting people on the golf courses and on the fishing piers. So there's a lot of different aspects that even though we are gearing towards the tourists, it's going to help our local economy. So thank you, a great point there.
Absolutely. Real quick, Holly, what makes the Sun Fun Festival different from your typical community fair or festival in a community like a county fair? What makes the Sun Fun Festival different?
Sun Fun Festival is very different from any festival or fair I've ever gone to. The biggest reason is because 99% of all the events in the Sun Fun Festival are free. You can bring your entire family down. You can build sandcastles and get trophies. You can participate in a volleyball tournament. You can participate in a beach run. You can go see pageants. You can go to a great parade. You can go to a lot of events, no matter what your age or the interest of your family, and find a lot of free things to do. Vacations are expensive, and the summertime is when a lot of people come down, so that's why we always have it the first weekend in June. And they can come down and get stuff free, even food. A lot of times we'll have free food there. Not only can the whole family come and spend a lot of time together, they don't have to spend what they've saved up all year for their vacation for. That's one of the biggest differences. Another difference that makes the Sun Fun Festival unique is, like we talked about earlier, in all 60 miles of the Grand Strand, no matter where you're staying, you're going to find a lot of events and a lot of different types of events. It's a very diverse festival. It's not just the food vendors and the craft vendors and the roller coasters or the Ferris wheel. We have a lot of different type activities that the family as a whole can participate in.
What was the theme for this year's festival?
It was celebrating family fun. Celebrating family fun, and we did see a lot of that this year. And the festival seemed to be very successful this year, all accounts that we've heard. In fact, one thing that's really strange this year is the staff and several of my volunteers, we have received everything from crayon drawn pictures submitted and mailed to us by kids, to emails coming in off of our website, Myrtle Beach Live, to all kinds of things that we normally don't get, thanking us for the wonderful time that they've had. And that to us is just speaks leaps and bounds for the family fun that was experienced here. I really feel like the tourists and the locals, like there was a lot more local participation this year, and I really feel like that the locals and the tourists together embraced that family fun theme.
Absolutely. I think, and locals seem to be so active with this year's festival. Nelson Jackson was in last week. We were talking about Ocean Lakes Family Campground, and that made me think about Lance and celebrating family fun. I thought Lance must add some inside track into that name, but I'm sure that was a that was an entire chamber event and coming up with celebrating family fun.
It did. The Sun Fun Council actually came up with that one, and it was a unanimous vote to approve that. We did the patriotic theme last year in light of all the tragic events that have been happening with the war. But family fun just seemed appropriate. That confidence factor is coming back to us, and we're wanting to get out with our families and have a great time and just celebrate family, and they were able to do that at Sun Fun.
In celebrating families, there were a lot of families down here celebrating their daughters who were competing in the Miss Sun Fun, Miss Bikini Wahine pageant. How did that turn out this year?
Really great. We had the actual pageant over at the Myrtle Beach Intermediate School, which was a wonderful facility. It just turned out beautiful. We had a great participation. We had 16 girls participating. So it was tough competition this year. The judges really had their work cut out for them. A lot of very beautiful, very intelligent, well-spoken women that participated in that. And we have two wonderful new queens. One is from Latta and one is from Myrtle Beach. Our new Miss Sun Fun 2004. She is from Latta originally, but attending Coastal Carolina University. Her name is Sarah B. Cunningham, a beautiful name. Yeah. And then our Miss Bikini Wahine is a Myrtle Beach native. She is actually a student finishing up at Clemson, but she is originally from Myrtle Beach, and her name is Amanda Colsar.
Great.
So we're really excited about the upcoming year with those girls.
Absolutely. And the Carousel Horses on Parade brought in a whole new aspect of the Sun Fun Parade this year. Did this present a special challenge as you prepared for the parade?
It actually did. A lot of different challenges from that, but none that we weren't able to overcome. Our biggest concern with the beautiful carousel horses is there's so many of them. They're so heavy, and we don't want people to pay great money for them, and we wanted to parade them in the parade, but not just on a flatbed or something. Yeah. So the Carousel Horses on Parade Committee worked with the Sun Fun Festival Committee, and we got them great deals on floats from professionally built floats from Klein Floats out of Catawba, North Carolina. Right. They brought the floats to the Myrtle Square Mall Carousel Court, loaded the horses up. We had lots of volunteers out there that bolted them down so they were secure. We just did not want them to turn onto the boulevard and the horses fall off the float or anything. So it proved to be very well organized and just a beautiful asset to the parade. It really was, in my opinion, the perfect way to portray and to parade the carousel horses.
They were stunning, absolutely. Well, I am so excited now, when we get, after we look at the video, I want to have a chance to talk about the air shows and the Thunderbirds. Can you tell the viewers real quick about the video we're about to watch?
Absolutely. It's a 12-minute video, but it is, of course, the Sun Fun Festival is 4 days long, so you can't really watch a video that'll give you all the insights to the festival, but many of the major events are on there. You'll see a lot of volunteers having fun. You'll see a lot of kids playing with their parents and their families, or building sandcastles, or eating watermelon. You'll see highlights from the pageant, highlights from the air show, highlights from the kids' fairs, the catamaran race, all of that. Just highlights from the entire festival. If you weren't able to make it to all the events, which is kind of impossible to do considering there was over 80 events, you're not going to miss out totally because you kind of get to see, and it's just real exciting. Stages Video did a wonderful job putting it to music, and a lot of great contemporary music they used this year with just highlights from the festival. Can we watch it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Holly, that video was amazing. That's incredible. Did you have a favorite Sun Fun Festival event?
Greg, I must say I enjoy all the events, but by far my favorite would probably have to be the air show. The air show, the nighttime air show and the daytime air show, the Thunderbirds and the other sports pavilion acts are just wonderful. Yeah. I love that rush when they go over your head.
Oh, yeah, it was thrilling out there. It was truly thrilling. That video brings up so many thoughts when you think about it and how it ties into today, July 4th, our day of liberation. How do you think it tied in?
Oh, I think it ties in very well. The Sun Fun Festival this year was all about, as we said, celebrating family fun, being with your family, enjoying the freedoms that we share, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I think you saw a lot of happy people on that video. And today we celebrate all those freedoms that we were able to express in Sun Fun.
Absolutely. Celebrating family fun. That's exactly what was done last month at the Sun Fun Festival, and that's what you need to be doing today. Holly, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People coming up next. We want to thank Holly Tanner of the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce and Chuck Stokes of Stages Video for making today's July 4th so special.